Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret here without makeup, and we're going to do a tutorial today on new things I have found and some very beautiful eyeshadow products from Kiko Milano. Now I live in Switzerland, and so Kiko is an Italian company and I have access to these products. They're literally in my town center, and I really love them. But I got up this morning, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, the light is pretty good, and I just wanted to take a second to share with you some of the really beautiful drugstore products that I've found over the last couple of months, and really just reinforce to you that you don't have to spend a lot of money on makeup to look nice. And for me, makeup is play, it's art, it's fun, and I don't take it all too seriously. But anyway, this is me as I wake up in the morning, and I thought I'd first of all go through with you a bit of my skin prep, because we talk about this often, and I mention it in passing, but I've never actually shown you kind of how I do it. So this is kind of my skin as I've woken up. I just splashed some water on, but I use a really interesting little concoction as the base for my skin. I use 3 products all together. Now I've talked about castor oil, and I love it very much. I've used it a lot. Now I'm 75, right? So this is what happens when your skin turns 75, right? But I'm not so worried about how it looks as much how it feels and how it actually puts like a base down for my makeup. But the castor oil I use is, it's an Amazon brand, I can leave the name, but I take one little squirt of that, if I can just get the front of it there. There we go. Just a tiny little piece. And then I mix in my Growing Younger Gracefully, which is a serum, a facial serum that I've been using, as you all probably know, for years. I put one little drip of that. And then I found this new product called Mix Soon. It's had a lot of interesting reviews. I tried it, and you can see I've started to use it a lot. It's actually from Korea, and it's made out of a bean. And it's, again, one of those products that has a lot of interesting, elements in it that help older skin that's dry, and literally 1 drop. So that's my little concoction that I put together on my face. I rub it in my palm. Now you might think, my gosh, Margaret, that's a lot of oil and, very sticky product. But I put it on like this. Now, immediately you'll start to see the color come into my face. Some of that's rubbing, of course, but it just gives you this glow. And I put it all over my face. I put it on my eyes, my eyelashes, under my eyes. And I think most of you know that from just past stories, I don't use a lot of different primers and that kind of thing. This is my base. This is what I use. Now my hands are nice and sticky, but sometimes I'll put it on my elbows, whatever is left on my hands. But this is where I start. Now, normally I would leave it for maybe, 5 minutes and go make a cup of tea and just walk around. But I wanted to share with you what I would do next. Now, I love glowy skin, and I think as you get older, anything that you can do to make your skin look more glowy and less dry is a good thing. So this is one of the reasons that I have no problem putting this much on my face. Now, my skin is dry, so if you've got oily skin, be aware, and just measure it out and just maybe use a tiny bit. But I think giving it this kind of base moisture and hydration really helps. So I discovered a product by Catrice a while ago. It's called All Over Glow Tint. I've mentioned this, you can see it's almost used, and it's a glowy cream, like not a primer or even a foundation, but it's got a beautiful glow to it. So I put that just a little bit like this all over my face, and you'll see as I rub it in, see how the glow that adds to my face. It's affordable. It's about $5, I think, this Catrice product, and so I put that on top of my base creams. So this is, I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, you could just go out like this if you wanted to. I mean, it's a little shiny, but it does tend over the next few minutes to calm down quite a bit. And so that is my base for a foundation. Now, I've talked about foundations endlessly here, and the one I use more and more and almost every day now is my CoverGirl. CoverGirl Simply Ageless Olay 250 is my color, and this is for me the perfect foundation. It's like almost like a tinted moisturizer, but it's got some definite texture to it, and so it's a medium coverage. So I'm going to start with this. I want to get the base on so I can show you some of this other cool stuff that I've got, including the eyeshadows. But my brush here is, I use just a very cheap and cheerful brush. It's not anything fancy, but I will put maybe that much on the brush. and I kind of dab it around. Okay, now dabbing. I was on the train a couple of weeks ago, and there were these two girls from Korea, China. They were putting on their makeup on the train, and they had their little they didn't have a brush, but they had like a pad, and they were literally like pounding it on their face like this. And I thought, well, that's interesting. And then I realized they were doing something really, I think, quite cool. And that was that they were pressing this foundation into their face. They weren't swiping it or stirring it. And they just sat there, I swear, for like 5 minutes, just putting their foundation on, just dabbing it on like this. And I was, okay, I'll try that next time. And I did. And I really, really like what it does, because it doesn't give you this heavy, you know, brush approach or look and feel. It just gives you the sense that you've just dabbed beautiful cream with a bit of tint on it all over your face. And honestly, that's it. Now, I know a lot of you don't like foundation for the obvious reason. It's really, it catches in your lines and wrinkles. I mean, I've got wrinkles everywhere. But I just have fun with makeup, and that is actually, the CoverGirl for me is a perfect base. Now, what I might do is just take a little bit here, because I'm going to put some cream. Just put a little bit more on not on the wrinkly area in the middle, but on the cheeks. Okay, so what I'm going to use for color and contouring is one that, honestly, this was a true find. I have a product that I've purchased, I think, 3 times now that costs $80. It's by Makeup Forever. I'll show it to you. It's beautiful. No doubt about it. It's this one here. Now, this is $80. I love it. It's got foundation, bronzer, highlight on one side, and blushes, lip colors on the other. It's gorgeous, no doubt about it. But I discovered one from Catrice. It's called the Magic Shaper. Now, I hope that you can get this in the States. I actually could get it here in Europe, and I love it. I love it so much. But this is it. It's well used, as you can see. It's got a kind of a highlighter, almost a concealer, 2 bronzer shades, which are beautiful, in my opinion, together, and 2 blushes, pink and coral. This costs $5, and I use it literally every day now. I've watched other bloggers, some that are very, very well known and versed in what is good in the makeup world, reviewing this product, and it gets like 100% gold star reviews. So if you're interested in trying it, it's actually called Catrice Magic Shaper. Now what I do is I do like just a couple of things. I'll take this bronzer, no mirror by the way, and it's cheapy and cheerful packaging, so no doubt about that. But I will take this mix of these 2 bronzers. This one's a little bit better shade for me, but the darker is nice too. And I'll just put that on my cheeks. Now you can see I'm just leaving it without blending it for a minute. And I'll also put some under my chin. This is the magic with jowls. You can do some really cool things to hide those jowls, but just shadow, just literally putting a bit of dark foundation. Then I'll just go ahead and blend this in a bit more. And you can use your fingers, or you can use a brush, but I use one that's kind of a slanted brush. And again, from Temu. It's not, I don't honestly believe any more in expensive makeup products, and that includes brushes. Just me. This is just me. I know that all of you have your preferences, but that's what I would do with the bronzer. You can bring it up a bit on your forehead too. So then I would take the blush. Now, today I'm just going to put a mixture of the 2 because I love those 2 together. These are, you'll watch in a minute as I put it on. Super pigmented, look at that. I mean, honestly, and I use this two-sided brush, and I'll use this to just kind of place it on up there a little bit like that. Now, what I will do then is get a better blush brush and just blend it in. And using that almost that same technique of dabbing. Now, you can see that it's actually quite bright. But I have found with blush, like just the actual applying it makes it a little bit stronger than it really is. But I'll take my foundation brush and I'll just go back over that and just tone it down. And that's the beauty, I think, of these creams in this Catrice package, is that they're very, very, what's the word, flexible. You can actually use them together. You can blend them together. And they're just, look at that. I mean, that's actually just toned down beautifully. I love this. And I actually sometimes take this little highlighter, this one here, oops, and just put it on the top. So, $5. Honestly, highly recommend. I bought 2 of these because I wanted to have a backup, but that is it. And beautiful. Right, so now let's go on to eyes, because I'm so excited to share with you some eyeshadows from Kiko. First of all, let me do my eyebrows, because makeup, or the Max Factor, or Maybelline, excuse me, Tattoo Brow. This, I used to spend hours on my eyebrows, and I used to read all your comments where you told me that you hated my eyebrows, and Margaret, your eyebrows are terrible, and why aren't you doing something about it? And I just ignored it all because I don't really care. I was born with, I don't mean that, I mean that in a casual way. I do care, but I just put this on my eyebrows. It takes 2 seconds. For me, that's okay. They're not perfect. Nothing's perfect. I mean, show me anyone that's got perfect everything. My eyebrows are what they are. I didn't actually, oh, sorry, I'm getting in the way there. I just stop talking for a sec. And I didn't over pluck them or anything like that. I just have very thin and now graying eyebrows. So I sometimes will take a bit more time with it. I've got another product that I use quite a bit by NYX. It's called the Thick It Stick It, and it's an eyebrow product as well. And I will just use that on top of this one because it just gives me a bit more like texture and hold. And I'll just do that. The reason I'm taking a little bit of time with my eyebrows is that I'm going to use some amazing eyeshadow from Kiko. I just want my eyebrows to look okay, to balance it all out. Okay, so what I do next with my eyes is, it's hot today. I'm glad I've got my fan nearby. So the next thing I'll do is actually prep my eyelids. And I use a product, I literally have used it for years and years. It's called P. Louise. It's a base. I'll put all this in the description box, by the way. Oh, it's going to be warm today, I think. Another warm day. And I'll put that on the base of my lids. Now, this, honestly, I think I've had this for like, I don't know, 3 years. A long time. And I'll just put that on the base of my eyelids and up to my brows. Now, today I'm actually not going out anywhere. I'm doing this for you because I wanted just to show you these eyeshadows, but these got to be the most beautiful eyeshadows. They're actually called, what are they called? Kiko Milano. Do you know, they have like series, like, you know, the Dreamscape and whatever, but I don't know what the name of these are. This is the packaging they come in. I'll leave the full description in the box below. But I've got 2 of them, 403 and 404. Now I'm going to use 403 because it's actually my favorite, and I'll show you the two colors. These are a cream shadow. Now they don't look that different, but you can see this one is slightly lighter than this, and this is the 403. Sure that's right, and this is the 404. I'll just put them on my hand so you can see. They're cream eyeshadows, and I use them as a base, and I'll just do this 403. When you see these, you're just gonna go, oh my gosh. They're actually hard to see, but can you see that? Super, super shiny, but they dry down. Now I just need to make sure I've got the right number here. This is 4, that's 4. Now 4 is, well, it doesn't look that much darker, but it is a little bit darker than the 3. And the 3 is more like a rosy gold, which I like. So I'm going to try that. Put it alongside it. Can you see the color? And you can see there how much lighter in tone it is, but it's more of a pinky tone. So the way that I put this on, I know this is probably not the way that you're supposed to put it on, but I use my finger. And I'll just dab it on my lid. And I do wet these brushes every time before I put, I just dab them on a cloth before I put them back in the, but that is, I mean, you could just apply them like this. I suppose in a way that gives you a little bit more control and actually a bit more product. So maybe that's a good idea. You can see it better. And as I mentioned before, I only put it on the lid of my eyes. I don't put it on the whole rim or crease. I'm going to use my fan, 1 to keep me cool, but 2 to dry the eyeshadow. It takes about, well, maybe 30 seconds. And it's important in a way that you let it dry because then you can put something on top of it. But can you see how beautiful that eyeshadow is? For me anyway. I mean, I'm a big eyeshadow fan and I love sparkle. I'm not a big, you know, I have no problem with sparkle. So for these, I love the sparkle. The other 2 eyeshadows that I want to share with you are also from Kiko. And these are beautiful packaging, really nice. One's got a little open front and the other one's not. But these 2 I love. I think this has got a little bit broken now that I'm looking at it. Ah, what happened there? Okay. Well, this one is, I'll show you the color. Can you see? It's got a little bit broken at the top there. I'll use some alcohol to put that back together. I think it's because I was traveling and I put it in my bag. But this one, I'll just, if I can do a little swipe of it, is, can you see? Oh, it's a bit dark because I'm looking direct into the light. But that's a darker shade. And then there's a that's a beautiful one actually if you just want to use it as a base with these other two. But this is the one that I really love for this look. And it's a much lighter look. Let me just put that on here. These are called waterproof eyeshadows, and in the sense that you can add water to them and you can mix them either as a powder, you can use them as a powder or as a mix. And what I do over top of this really beautiful shimmer is I just add a teeny bit of enhancement, I call it. You don't really need it, but it's just, let me just put this on and just dab it on. I did dabbing this morning. Can you see? And I just use that very light color as a cover. So for me, this is like my, honestly, everyday go-to eyeshadow look recently. I just love it so much. And that kind of light color powder just gives a really nice texture to it, I think, on top. So I'll go quickly now because I know I've taken a lot of time here and I want to make sure that I show you the rest of my makeup because it's all important. The lips, sorry, mascara. Okay, this is important. I will definitely advise you to use your eye curler for your lashes. Now, I'm not very good at this. I'm an amateur at, but you know, sort of pump it a little bit, just place it on and pump it. I never used to do this too much, and now I do, and I really found that it makes a big difference with just giving your eyelashes a little bit of volume and sort of shape. And I've got two different eye mascaras I want to share with you, and they're both affordable. This one I've talked about a lot. Essence. It's the Lash Princess, the green one. It comes in about 5 different colors. It's beautiful. This product costs $3. It's got the most beautiful, almost kind of bendy wand. But it's very, very cool. And I do use that a lot. But I discovered a new one by Essence. And Essence, of course, drugstore product, very affordable like Catrice. And this is their Queen, Cool Me Queen. This one has got a much thicker, or not thicker, spaced out wand. Don't know if you can see that, but it's got the little sharp pieces are sticking. They're further apart than that one that I showed you, the other one. But this is such a pretty mascara. And again, it's $5 or under $5. But I'm going to put this on so you can see what it does to my very, 75-year-old eyelashes. But I like this a lot. There's a couple on TikTok called the Lipstick Lesbians. 2 women. One is was a product developer for makeup and has just so much knowledge about makeup. And I love watching them. They're so fun together. But she recommended this this mascara and showed it to us on her eyes. And from that moment, can you see the difference? It's a really very beautiful, and it doesn't do like any clumping or anything like that. So it doesn't kind of, stick together on your eyelashes. It's just a beautiful, I don't know. I just think it's a lovely mascara and I wanted to share it with you. So let me just do the other eye. So I hope you, oh, look what I just did. That's okay, I'll take care of that. They say you should always wait before you start rubbing if you make a mistake with mascara, but I can't wait. One of my personality traits. Okay, so there is the mascara. 1 coat on the, 2 on this side, and 2 on this side. I think it's a pretty mascara. And again, drugstore, affordable, beautiful. In terms of lips, I'll just do very quickly my lips. Oh, and I got to show you one product that I'm going to suggest you never buy in a second. I've got it sitting on my desk to remind myself to tell you. The lip liner is by Catrice. It's called Plumping Lip Liner. Again, I have got lip liners from all different places, Makeup Forever and others. And this one I like the best. It's actually one of those little roll-up, wind-up ones. Not a sharp pencil, but I'll just put this on my lips. Okay, now I've done it a bit darker than I normally would do just because I want to show you the pigment, how this worked. Okay, I'm going slow. So a lot of people will just kind of blend it in, and I sometimes will do that, but I wanted to leave it a little bit darker because I'm going to use a pink lipstick that I think looks beautifully with this color of brown. I know right now it looks a little bit intense, so let me just find the lipstick. It's my Flormar. It's 503. I'm telling you, if you can find this lipstick, I would say buy it because it's really, really pretty, and it's a perfect pink for me. So let's put it on. Holding a mirror and doing it at the same time. And that's it. So you can't really see the darker lip liner when you're putting it on like this. It's a really beautiful lipstick, but it's actually called semi-matte. And I think that a matte lipstick is kind of nice to use, you know, when for all day, because I will put gloss and other things on top of this sometimes throughout the day. But as a base, I think it's really pretty. So semi-matte or matte. I know it can be drying on the lips, but for me, this is perfect. Flormar is a German brand. You can get it online. And again, I'll leave the description. And I just love this lipstick. I truly do. So this, I think, is the look. I was going to also talk about Context gloss, which is expensive. This is the only thing that I've got on my table that's over $20. But this lip gloss lasts forever. And it's got a little bit of a kind of this is called a romantic. They only do about 5 different colors. And the reason I like this is it stays on. It keeps your lipstick on for hours. But I'll put it on the bottom just so you can see the difference. Okay, that's what it does. I mean, it's not a big color difference. But for me, when I go out now, I know it's going to stay on for a couple of hours at least. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video tutorial, because I think in it I shared with you some of my favorite products. There's one more thing, or 2 more things. One I want to show you is a spray called Shake and Glow Catrice. I don't use a setting spray. You know, like people say you have to put setting spray on to keep your foundation on, but I like this better. And again, there's a woman called Tati who does makeup tutorials, and she loved the Catrice palette, and also she loves this, and I agree with her. Now, the only thing about this, you shake it, you see how it gets all kind of glowy. And I know I'm doing a video, so I haven't got the time that I can take to make it really work properly, but I'm going to shake it and spray it. Now, the only critique I'll have of this is that the sprayer is actually quite intense. Like, it's not a mist, it's actually a spray. So I'm going to get my fan ready because I use it to sort of, okay. So it's just spray around your face. Look at my face now. Okay. Okay, now it's wet. You definitely feel it's wet. So I'm going to, while I'm just using my fan to dry this on my face, you'll see the difference that it makes. Now, it is a setting spray in that it keeps your makeup in place, especially in hot weather when it's humid. It's really nice to have something to do this, but it does take about 30 seconds for it to dry. And so I'll just show you one more thing, not to buy. and then we'll go back and see how this looks. Okay, so I was drawn in by the advertising, by the influencers that told me to buy this product. It's by Tier. It's a company in North Korea, in Korea, and it's a foundation, and it's what they call a, what do they call this? It's like a cushion foundation. Very cute packaging, I've got to agree. Everybody loves this. They love it. I've seen, people have been making millions of dollars on various social channels promoting this product and earning commissions from it. And I'm going to try to open it if I can. Tier, T-I-R. Truth in Radiance is the name of this. This is the most, I'm trying to open it as part of the challenge. This is the mini, so it's a little bit small for my fingers. But it's actually, I think they sell like, one every 3 seconds or something. It's incredible. And here you open it up and it's got, the mirror is very cute. The packaging is lovely. And it's inside, you take the little, like a little applicator, and it's got a little door that you open. And here you take the cover off. Again, it's tricky without me getting it all over my fingers. So take the little cover off, and there is the foundation. Now, it's a spongy, I don't know if you can see this, it's like a spongy material. That's how pigmented it is. I'll put it on my hand. You saw my finger dabbed in there very lightly. That's the foundation. Now, admittedly, it's a cool idea. You use your little sponge and you dab it literally once. That's all you need. And then you apply it to your face. Now, a lot of people who are in their 20s and 30s absolutely love this. I'll put it on the other hand. And you can see it, well, my skin's a little bit dark because I've got some suntan. But you see it goes on really, really dark. You can see better here the texture of it and the intensity of the foundation. It is so drying. It is so drying. This is my opinion. If you have used Tear, where's my package gone? If you've used this product, please let me know. I may be misrepresenting it for you, but it is so drying that you put it on your skin and literally every pore, every wrinkle starts to appear. Now, I don't know what I'll do with this packaging because I absolutely love it. I think it's just so cute. And your little pad goes in there like this. For travel, gorgeous. Love it. But for me, the product was not what it was promoted to be. I think the people that I've watched apply are younger, a lot younger, like in their 30s and 40s. And for me personally, as a 75-year-old woman, talking to women who are over 60, I would say just be careful. Go into the, I know you can't sample this because you have to literally break the, you know, the seal and open it up, but they may have testers that you can use, but just check it out before you buy it and on part of your skin, especially right around here where the wrinkles are, and see what happens, okay? Just my personal opinion, but I wanted to make sure I shared. I really do appreciate you being here. I know it's been a long video. I think I've shown you quite a bit. Hopefully I've given you some ideas, but just, you know, treat makeup like I do. Just it's carefree fun. Go out into the world, enjoy, shine. Now there's you can see the glow? That spray, Shake and Glow, is very, very cool. And again, it's under $5. So most of what I've shown you, I think, except for the Context gloss, is all drugstore products and all under about $5 or at least $10. So let me know what you think. If you've tried any of these, let me know. If you tried the Catrice Magic Shaper, let me know what you think of that. Any of the mascaras I've mentioned. And if you can get your hands on this Kiko's eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, I would recommend that. That's, for me, the star of the show. What do you think? Okay, everybody. Well, have a wonderful day wherever you are in this beautiful world. Go out and shine. Take good care.